Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is time for some real talk, hard facts, cold hard facts. We've got a powerhouse panel today. I'm Matt, the Southern Gooner. We've got Jez in the building. How you doing, brother?
I'm all good, mate. I'm still spitting angry feathers about yesterday afternoon. Yeah, very, very, very angry, disappointed, especially after that result today, City and United. We just can't help ourselves but hang ourselves, can we? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We just can't seem to get it over the line, even when we've got Man City falling apart. And I'm just disappointed, man. Got a lot to say. Got a lot to say.
All right. We've got brother DJB off the building, coming off the back of an emergency meeting last night.
Yeah. What can I say, guys? I am worried. I'm worried now. I'm worried for the future of this team and club at the moment under this regime. I'd like to see some light at the end of the tunnel, and I just can't see it. And it was a long journey home from that stadium yesterday. Really was.
No, I'm scared. I'm sure after you watched that game yesterday, you wish you was back down in Jamaica.
Yeah, man. Lion takes you to join me out there, bro.
I'd love to, bro. I'd love to right now.
All I can say, bro, is that clever Dick has struck again. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah.
Clever Dick has struck again.
Lion Tech, brother, long time. Glad to have you back, man. Glad to link back up with you, man. We talked yesterday. How you feeling this morning, brother? Afternoon, evening for you, rather.
Still the same, bro. I can't even lie. And my head was hot yesterday, bro, because like sitting down for that game, yeah, just watching that nonsense, bro. Like it's depressing at this point. It really is, bro. But thank you for having me again, Matty. I know it's been a minute, but big up to the panel as well, man. Because boy, I can't lie, I was not in the mood yesterday, and I've done my live stream, yeah, and I was still pissed off. I can't lie. So boy.
Yeah.
It's this club, innit? It's this club, bro.
Well, let's get right into it. Yesterday, we went into the game. Now, Jez will tell you, I was one of the only few people that was calling a draw this week on that game. And for me, it was just I knew that game spelled trouble. He has the biggest trouble against Sean Dyche or teams with low block that tend to be physical and good in the air. He does not know how to coach himself around it. Now, before we came on, DJB, you was talking about something here, and you made me think about something. You know, when we look at games like yesterday, for me, there has been in the last year or so a fundamental collapse on basic football playing under this manager. I have seen people this year miss throw-ins. I have seen people dribble the ball out of bounds. I have seen people just dribble right into walls. I watched Odegaard yesterday, completely ineffective at all. We get a fast break. He turns around and passes it back to the defender. This is all down to the coach. This coach has ruined players. Look at Martinelli. Ruined. If I told you that was the Martinelli that was on this team 3-4 years ago, you thought I was you'd be lying. You say, "Oh man, you there's no way that's the same player." This manager does not know how to coach. I have told people year in and year out that this manager is not what people think he is. You know what's crazy? I was sitting there before we came on today, and I was looking at Brentford, and I said, "What phase is Thomas Frank in? They apparently got the best home record in the league. What phase are they in? Look at Crystal Palace today. They go out today, not barring Axel Foley out there making a fool out of himself, which was everybody wanted to hold on to him, by the way. Everybody was wanting to keep him around, and y'all saw what happened with that today. But you look at these other teams, and the managers are getting the optimal out of what they've got. Our manager has spent $700 million on this team, pounds, whatever you want to call it. And look at the output we're getting against teams like Everton, 14, 15, 16, 17, We barely got off against Monaco this week. A lot of people dressed up that Champions League win this week as, oh yeah, yeah, man, we got it. We're moving on, brother. We're in major trouble. That was a ugly 3-0 win this week. So when it was coming down to the weekend, I already knew we was in trouble. And if you could just subtract the Champions League, that game was no different than what we saw last Sunday. This time last Sunday against Fulham, more of the same. People have to start asking themselves, when is enough with this manager? And you start hearing rumblings of it yesterday. You heard the toppest of the top yesterday, finally starting to come out and say, I'm not sure if I trust this process anymore. I've heard people say we don't look like champions. We shouldn't be winning the Premier League this year based off of our performances. But when the season started and we meet Jez, Lion Tech, we all sat here and we said, what's up with this transfer window? Why are we bringing in Sterling? We've been linked to all these players. We're 2 injuries away from capitulation. People called us crazy. They said y'all don't know what y'all talking about. What does this Yank know? What does this old man Jez know? What does Lion Tech know? What does this old man Normsky? What does JB? He's the newest one on the block. What does he know? What do all these old guys know? And then what do you see? You see exactly what we told you, that this prophecy is coming to fruition. And don't be surprised when Wednesday night comes and we're sitting right back here again asking the same question on when the people going to get enough of this, because we already know what's going to happen. 9 times out of 10, he's going to show up with a upside down roster. Crystal Palace is going to come because they realize this is all they got to play for, and they're going to come at 100 miles per hour, and we'll be caught off guard. This manager repeats the same piece of history year in and year out. And I'm asking the fan base, when is enough when dealing with this manager? When is enough? Jez, we're going to go around the panel. Have your say, brother. Talk to us, man. What's on your mind?
I mean, where do I start on this? You know, it's we called it. You just summed it up pretty well, as we knew it was going to be. We called it that it's going to be with 2 injuries away. We've proven that, and we're still suffering because of it. That transfer window was despicable. I see some silly rumours today that absolute bullshit, that we're looking at this Brazilian striker for January, 54 million. Get out of here. You know that ain't going to happen. Why do people put out this bullshit, man? This idiot manager is so arrogant narcissist that he thinks he can do it his way. Well, Arteta, if you're watching this, or Arsenal Football Club, if you're watching this, we all know you do watch the channels, right? You do watch them. Get this absolute arsewipe clown out of this club, because we are going nowhere. To draw, I said 4-0 yesterday. I predicted a 4-0. That's what I would expect Arsenal Football Club to do against Everton. And that is no disrespect to Everton. I like Everton Football Club. I have respect for them. I've been to that ground many times. And, you know, what's happened to that club is sad. But we can't keep going down this road, people. It's rinse and repeat. This manager cannot manage. Martinelli, what's happened to that young man? A player that once had a great promise is now nothing. He's a shadow of what he once was. Right? Look, I mean, tell me this, guys, and I don't want to wind myself up, because that's why I didn't want to stream yesterday, because I was angry. What was the point of bringing on? Right? What was the point of bringing on Thomas Partey at that point in the game to pot him at right back? Please tell me, why were you starting Jorginho when people, right, you could have had Jurrien Timber at fucking right back, yeah, and you've got a perfectly good left back sat on the sodding bench that could have played at left back. and you had Thomas Partey in midfield. Well, in my opinion, boys, he's been the best midfielder we've had all season. But, I mean, where is the fucking mentality in this? What is he trying to tell us? What is he trying to say to us as fans? Oh, well, yeah, I'm going to make a change now, and I'm going to put Partey there. Why? What did it do to the team? Nothing. It didn't improve us. It didn't help us. It didn't make us any stronger in attack. And you bring on, right, Jesus, who hasn't scored in 32 league games. Nothing. I just don't see the logic, guys. I mean, I've seen some shit managers at Arsenal in my life, right? But I can tell you one thing. All of those managers, right, all of them have achieved. Probably one of the worst I've seen, Terry Neal. 3 cup finals, 1-1. Yeah? And had us in a good position at one point in the league. But then it filtered off and he got the sack. Fair play. Get it? Right? But people don't talk about that. They don't, oh, that's not... This guy has got to 1 cup final without his team because it wasn't him that really got us to the cup final. It was Unai Emery. Yes, and hello, that day against Chelsea, they lost one of their best players through a hamstring injury. And who won us that FA Cup, people? Aubameyang. And what did he do to him? Fucked him off out of the club because Aubameyang obviously got the hump with him. And this is what this absolute arsewipe manager does to this football club. That great badge sat behind me right now, yeah, means nothing anymore. It means nothing. And all you guys here on this panel, you can see it. People in the chat can see it. And there was booing at the ground yesterday, starting to turn. Because it is about time the fan base, the real fans like DJB that goes each week, every fucking week, home and away, right? You need to change it. Because you are the boys with the voice that will change it and get this absolute idiot out of this club.
DJB, brother, you had a front row seat at the Malice in the Palace.
Well, first of all, let's look at the game yesterday. And I said when I was on the channel the other day with Lee, and we'd come off the back of a European win. We beat Man United. I said, and everyone started to get excited. You know, this is it. I said, I've seen too many cracks in this team to get excited. I'm not getting excited. We've lost our flair. We're taking too many touches with the ball. Individual players are not looking forward. Their first priority is to look sideways and backwards. The game is being slowed down. Players are out of form. Players are not improving. And it's just a roller coaster. And on top of that, he's picking the wrong team. We all said Partey playing midfield next to Declan Rice yesterday. Timber right back, Skelly or Tierney at left back. He came in with Skelly at left back, which was a plus because the young lad played okay. He played well. He looks positive. He's keen until Arteta gets hold of him for a year, and then all that keenness and everything will go out the window. And I thought, and who did we see line up? There was no Partey in midfield. He was on the bench. And then he has the audacity, when we need a goal, to bring off Rice, to bring off Odegaard, And then he brings on a midfield player and puts him at right back. He takes off Skelly and moves Timber over to left back. And everyone around me could not understand what he was trying to achieve. And then he brings on Jesus, and he has the audacity then to put Havertz back in midfield. We know he can't play midfield. He was doing nothing up front. And this is the pattern this is the patterns that we're seeing on a weekly basis. He's getting things wrong now tactically. The team is not playing, as I said, the team is not flowing. We've lost our counter-attack. We don't counter-attack anymore.
Nope.
We're giving the ball away. Odegaard will jink around, but he just operates on that right-hand side, just left of Saka, on the edge of their box, and he just operates in that radius, that circle there. He doesn't come deep and look for the ball. He doesn't switch. He doesn't switch play. Players are making runs, and players are not. Martinelli made a couple of runs yesterday during the first half, and he's fallen off the end of the cliff. Martinelli, he's absolutely crucified him. But he made a couple of runs yesterday, and no one saw it. He tried to break the lines. I think he made a couple of runs where he cut across. No one saw it. The ball just went sideways, went backwards. Too many touches. The only players that you're seeing that's trying to create something is our two centre-halves.
Yeah.
We've got two centre-halves trying to create something on the edge of the opposition box. At one stage, Gabriel was out on the left wing, taking on fullbacks. These are our centre-halves. And it's just continuous. And we can all live in the part. Oh yeah, but this is the team that scored 90 odd goals last season, and we only finished 2 points behind Man City. That's gone. If you was to rewind the clock of conversations on channels and go back to last December, I bet you 9 out of 10 of the same conversations are being had again this year. We are a year further on and nothing has changed. And the outlook doesn't look any different at all. The outlook looks worse because he refused to get a striker in the summer. And Jesus, he worked with him at Manchester City.
Yeah.
He spent years working with day in, day out with Jesus. When he got brought to the club, it was like, oh yeah, Arteta knows him. He'll get the best out of Jesus.
You think he worked with him, JB? You actually think Arteta actually sat down and worked? But I guarantee you Pep did all the work. All he did was sit them cones out, make sure the towels were hot.
Yeah. Honestly, and Jesus, you couldn't even give him away now.
Nah.
You'd be lucky to get 20 million. You'd be lucky to get £20 million out of a Saudi club for him. You couldn't even give him away in a Christmas cracker now. Gone. Absolutely gone. And Trossard comes on. Another one he's absolutely crucified. He just looks awful. And I said to Lee the other day I said to Lee, I would get rid of, if I could get 40 million for Trossard, I'd bite their hand off. And we're back to the same situation. We have now got to let players go. We've got to bomb out players. We've got to start all over again. And we're starting all over again in a 5-year process. Trust the process. 5 years down the line, and we're back to square one. There's not one department in that team that's complete, apart from the defence, the centre halves, and they'll be on their way if there's no trophies. Apart from the goalkeeper and the centre halves, name me a department on that field 5 years on that's complete. The midfield's not. The strikers are not. Declan Rice is thinking, why have I've come to this club and he don't know he don't know how to get the best out of Declan Rice. He plays him in an 8, then he plays him in a 6, then he's got Partey alongside him, then he buys Mourinho and he puts him beside him, then he drops Havertz in midfield and he has to play with him. You know, he's killing him. He's absolutely killing him. And on top of that now, the team, there's just walking around. There's no pace in the team. There's no players running from deep. There's no players trying to break the lines. You know, there's nothing. It's just tippy, slow, build up, predictable, very easy, very, very easy to play against Arsenal at the moment. Very, very easy. Sean Dyche that was probably one of the easiest games that Everton will probably play this season away from home.
Mm.
Everton Football Club. And like Jez, got a lot of respect for Everton Football Club. It's a fantastic, old-fashioned, brilliant club. Good fans as well. But that is one of the most easiest games that they will come to any stadium and play.
Mm.
Didn't have to do a lot. All they had to do was just keep everyone in front of them. When the ball came into the box, defend it, keep possession when you could. And you know, the frightening thing about it is as well, chaps, is that if we'd have been playing an half-decent team that really had nothing to lose and was languishing sort of mid-table, and they wanted to have a go, I think we could have got beat yesterday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think any team with any ambition, we could have got beat yesterday. That we were that bad.
Ashley Young's 39, right? 39, and he absolutely pocketed Martinelli.
Yeah.
Let that sink in, guys. Let that sink in.
Exactly.
39-year-old player.
It's just, and I just don't know where the goals are coming from. People say, yeah, but we scored 5 against Sporting Lisbon and we got 2 against, and we scored 3. But you've got to win titles and win Champions League, you've got to be consistent. And it's not consistent.
JB, do you realize we hadn't had an open play goal for 3 Premier League games?
It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. And what makes it worse, chaps, is that this guy is 5 years in and there's 2 new managers at Chelsea and Liverpool, and we are looking miles behind them. I see Chelsea play. They're playing with, they're knocking the ball, they're getting it forward quickly, they're breaking in numbers. All the things that we were doing is now completely gone. Chelsea are bombing forward. They're getting their fullbacks overlapping. We don't get any fullbacks overlap anymore. There was a couple of times there yesterday where Saka had beaten a player and his head was up and he's looking. Havertz was just floating around. He wasn't making any positive runs. He had no one to aim at. There was no one overlapping with him, and it's just, it's worrying times, guys. And unless a change is coming, come this time next year, we'll be having the same conversations again. We'll be in the same position, if not worse.
Ozzy, before I roll over to you, Ozzy, I want people to understand something. Manchester United, bad as Manchester United is, beat that Everton team 4-0. Not only that bad Manchester United team just beat Manchester City. The same Manchester City that we pulled into town 10 men deep, sat back the entire game and got a draw. Liverpool wins a game yesterday, down to 10 men. Well, they drew a game. They were down, I think, 2-0 or something on that line, and they came back and drew the game. And here we are, just sitting here, just moseying along like ain't nothing going on. Ozzy, it's been a minute, brother. Hope you're doing well, man. I got fired from you as well yesterday after the game. So, brother, let loose, man.
Big up Matty, big up Jez, big up Normski, big up the rest of the panel. Brother, I fell asleep in the second half. I'm not kidding, yeah. I invested in one of these chairs and I done this and I fell asleep in the second half. I actually fell asleep on this chair second half like this. I woke up and the game was over and I was like, what the hell happened? That's how bad it was. It's actually getting tiring to watch Arsenal, man. It's getting tiring. I didn't have no energy to watch the game. I had no energy to watch the game. It's the same lackluster shoehorning side to side, left to right, right to left, left to right. Odegaard get the ball, pass to Saka. Let's see what he can do. How are we 5 years into this team, 800 million spent, and with the only attacking threat we got is pass to Saka and see what he can do. This is what we are. We are Saka FC and set piece FC people, and you're supporting this. When have we ever seen Arsenal play as bad as a brand of football as this? I know some of you gentlemen have supported this club way longer than I have. But in 25 years of watching Arsenal, I have never seen in my life Arsenal play as bad as they played yesterday. And this is what an 800 million squad is getting you, gentlemen. Playing this brand of football. In the last 3 seasons, we have played 3 different brands of football. Attacking, defensive, sustainable football, controlled football. What was the brand of football yesterday? What was the brand of football? It's been 5 years and this team still does not have an identity. You cannot tell me what style of football Arsenal play. I'm getting
There's no style. That's the thing. You've summed it up. There is no style of football anymore.
No.
I honestly just like, how can you still support this? How can you support the brand of football we're watching? This manager, 5 years on the job, can still not play against a low block. 5 years, he can still not play against a low block. Do you know what? You want to come against the Arsenal game a result and not win the game? You don't care about winning the game. Just do what Everton done. Park every man behind the ball. Crosses come in, you just fling it out, get 2 centre-backs, lump it, and do the same thing again and again. That's how you nullify Arsenal. This manager, how are you during the game? You need to win the game, and you're bringing on Jorginho and Partey and putting him at right back, trying to keep a defensive shape when you need to attack. And Everton are not offering nothing.
That's because the summer signing was so bad and we didn't sign any striker. We're too rigid now. There's no outlet.
When has this manager actually thought, you know what? I'm losing this game. Let me put 3 strikers on. Let me put all my attacking players on. Who cares about the defense? We could have literally played Gabriel and Sleeper in defense, and it wouldn't have mattered. We didn't need a right back or a left back yesterday, the way Everton played. You literally bringing on your best midfielder and you're playing him at right back, and that nullifies the right hand side. Partey cannot run up and down the right wing. Every time he gets the ball, he wants to come inside because he's naturally a midfielder.
Crazy.
Mourinho doesn't offer nothing. We spent 34 million on this guy, and this guy is literally an Arteta regen. He's just taller than him. That's it. We've got 2 strikers that cost us 110 million, and they're backing out of challenges. These guys are earning 550 grand between them a week, and they're backing out of challenges. You're watching a striker back out of a challenge that's getting 285 grand a week. Did you guys see the Havertz yesterday? Made it out. He's running for the ball. Pickford comes out. He's like,
You pulled out the challenge.
seriously, 2 strikers that cost us 110 million down 550.
Hold on just a second, Ozzy. Whoever has their TV on, turn it down just a tad. I can hear it. I hear it. There we go. It might be you, Line Tech. All right, go ahead, Ozzy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Seriously, like the other, we're 5 years into this team, and this team needs a rebuild. We need a backup goalkeeper. Our left back side has not been sorted out. We need a backup number 10. We need a backup right wing. We need 2 strikers. We need 2 left wingers. And we need a bench. 5 years into this process, we still need a whole new damn team. A backup goalkeeper. We still need a left back. A backup number 10. A backup right wing. 2 strikers because strikers are trash.
We need a new team.
And 2 left wingers because Trossard and Martinelli. And we still need a bench.
Yeah.
The state of our bench, honestly, Chelsea are 1 up, guys. So they're 4 points in front of us. A manager that's just come in. Chelsea have been in the mud for 2 seasons, mid-table mediocrity, and this guy's 4 points ahead of Arsenal.
AJB ain't got 4 players injured, by the way.
Yeah. And do you know the excuses? Do you know what fans say? Yeah, but they've spent millions and millions of pounds.
Thank you.
They've spent millions and millions of pounds.
Oh, they spent 1.5 billion. Oh.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not.
So how much has Nottingham Forest spent then? Because they're only 2 points behind us.
Exactly.
Right.
Go ahead, North.
Yeah, we're not allowed to say what phase they're in, because if you say that, they're going to come back with, oh, well, don't you understand? Chelsea spent 1.5 billion. Yeah, but that was over a period of 2-3 years. Okay, Maresca has just come in, right? Maresca, who managed a championship side in Leicester. Okay, this guy's never managed before, but at least he cut his cloth at a lower division before he went and took up a big job.
Good shout.
Right. This is the problem. I've been saying it from the very beginning when Arteta, and I'm not scared to say this, guys. I said it. I remember I went on Lee Gunner's show about maybe 2 years ago, and I said, Lee, you know what happened? It was a Christmas. I remember it was Christmas. It's just so ironic. We're around Christmas period, and I said, you know what? When Arteta came in, all right, he duped me. The guy catfished me. Yeah, he catfished me because this is what he said, and I remember because he came along, and this guy has the biggest when it comes to PR. Yeah. This guy has the biggest PR company behind him, backing this guy. And that's why, unfortunately, the fans of their brains have been mutated into believe that this guy is the one that's going to take them over the line. And I know this guy can't take them over the line. Now, I remember one training session he took, okay? I remember when he was being shown around the stadium and the clubhouse and whatever. And I used to get really annoyed with Lacazette when he used to pick the ball up. And he used to do this like little stupid flick. Just keep it simple, lay the ball off, right? And I remember in that training session, right? And, obviously the club was going through a bit of, bad press and all of that. And I remember Arteta coming and said to Lacazette, don't do that in the training session, because they like to show their training session. I thought, oh, we might be onto something here. Bit of discipline and all that. Yeah. Few games into Arteta's tenure, man was breaking records. When I'm saying records, bad records. We was losing against Burnley, guys, at home. We was losing against Wolverhampton at home. JB, you would have probably been at those games when we was doing bad at the start of the season, when Arteta took over from us. And I thought to myself, you know what? I tapped out on the guy. And ever since then, I've tapped out on this guy. And I said to myself, you know what? This guy has never, apart from a clipboard for Pep, and we've been told the PR, here it is, he's got the best out of Sterling. When Sterling was if you notice, Jesus, he's worked with, Arteta's worked with him. So this is being programmed and pushed pushed into our psyche. Oh yeah, you know, he got the best out of Sterling. He got the best out of this one. He got the best out of this one. So what's happened? Why aren't we seeing this? Why aren't we seeing this? Yeah. 3 seasons later, Sterling is playing at Chelsea. Yeah. They've got the best out of him now. And now Chelsea said, you know what, bro, this man is finished. Oh, and Arteta gets on the phone and he said, as soon as I looked in his eyes, I knew that this guy wanted to be at Arsenal. I knew that this guy could do it for us. What are we on? Are we going to believe this one? The guy doesn't even trust him. He doesn't even trust him to come off the bench. Arteta won't even make any kind of change, even just try something different. Listen, as much as we don't want Sterling there, try something different, please. Yesterday, what I saw was absolutely a complete mess. Complete mess in terms of tactics. What tactics would Arteta have? As you said earlier on, you've taken Partey, who's sitting on the bench. So I said to my son, is Partey injured? Because I thought that this guy was going to start. We've got a fantastic record against Everton at home. Yeah? But something in my said to myself, you know what? After that Monaco game, I said that Monaco game was a frustrating game. The reason why I said that Monaco game was a frustrating game, because we could have taken more chances and scored more goals. Yeah? We missed some one-on-one chances. Jesus, Havertz, Odegaard. Yeah? So don't let that Monaco game fool you. They played open. Yeah? Arsenal cannot break down mid-blocks or low blocks. They don't have the IQ. Arteta doesn't have the IQ to do that. When he comes up tactically, Sean Dyche out-tacted this guy because he knew exactly. He said, come and break this down. Yeah? We play too narrow. What you'll see is when we play at the back, our centre-backs will go wide to receive the ball. Okay? Then we know what happens, and you play up the field. It then goes into, say, if in this case, say Partey's in there, but obviously Partey wasn't playing there. It was Moreno. And can somebody tell me what Moreno does? We waited months for this guy. The PR around it, you know, everybody was, oh God, we're going to lose this. What does this guy do apart from stand up there, bless Claude? He's like a lamppost. This guy is just like a lamppost. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't bring nothing to the midfield. Our midfield, believe it or not, was getting overrun by the Everton midfield. The only thing that Everton didn't have up front is people that could finish. And my worry was that they could beat us against the run of play because we had 70-odd% possession. How many passes?
You know what was even crazier yesterday? And JB, I don't know if you caught this in the stadium or not, but did you see how easy it was for Everton to just, when they were in trouble in their box, just walk out of it?
Yeah. Yes. It was two passes and they was out. And they broke the press.
Broke the lines.
They was out.
Yep.
That's another thing that's gone as well. We're not pressing like we was.
Nope.
So if you was to put it all into a pot now, what's happening? His team selection is turning heads, and people are wondering why is this one playing here and why is this one playing there. The pace of the game has gone out the window.
Yeah.
The counter-attacking and the speed of the attacks that we build up has gone out the window. And now the press is not effective enough.
Yeah.
So everything now is going backwards. And he hasn't got the nous to change it or have a plan B or anything else. And I think there's more. I think there's more to a lot. There's a lot of things going on at this club that's having a blanket thrown over it.
Yep.
And hidden because there is so much going on, and it's all going to come out. It will come out eventually. The Edu leaving all of a sudden.
Yep.
And I wasn't a big fan of Edu.
This club suffers with ism. Yeah, there's a disease called ism. Yeah, copism and opism. Right. This is what this fan base. Yeah, because every time we mess up in the game, oh, don't worry, we'll come good. Listen, Odegaard, we missed Odegaard. Yeah, we was told that when Odegaard come,
you hit your mic. I think you hit. Hey, you hit the mute button, Nomsky. No.
Sorry, apology. You missed all of that, didn't you? Yeah, it's the mutants. They're getting me, bro. They are getting me.
You had an Arteta moment then.
What I said, yeah, in that game, right, where Odegaard, who's meant to be the creative spark, okay, in that game, creative spark. Well, I sent the screenshot to Matt, right? Okay, 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chances created, 0 accurate crosses, 0 fouls won, and 1 big chance missed when he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. This is our creative spark. This is the one that was going to come back, yeah, and everything was going to all change. It's a lot deeper than this, guys. It's a lot deeper than this. And as you said, what's happened to last year compared to this year? I mean, I've got a load of notes on my phone and stuff like that where people have been sending me stuff like that. So as you can see, I'm looking at my phone. Martin Keown came out, yeah, and said, this is where the copism and opism is. We might be a couple of years away from Arteta's ultimate team.
Oh, Jesus.
He said ultimate team. You spent 800 million, and that's not ultimate team at 800.
any manager that said,
can you hear
me? Any manager that said £800 million spent, and that's been at the club for 5 years, and knows the club because he was there as a football player. He was there as a player. So this guy knows the club inside out. Yeah, there it is. That's the captain. Yeah. You'd never see stats like that on Patrick Vieira.
Nope.
Ever. Right? Now, what I'm trying to say is this manager who's managing our club knows the club inside out. Knows it. And yet nothing's been created anymore. The future is looking very, very grim.
I said during the broadcast, and Noski, I'm gonna come and throw it back to you, talk about you in just a second. I said in the broadcast yesterday, Martin Odegaard is a complimentary player. He's the type of player that plays second fiddle to whoever the main man is in midfield. And there's every team has one. There's a guy that he does all of the other stuff. But the main man, as far as trying to get something, trying to make something happen, trying to create, trying to get people involved, making players better, making players like Kai Havertz a better goal scorer. That's not his forte.
No.
I told Kenny, me and Kenny was talking today, and I said, Kenny, it's no problem that when he runs into these teams like Everton, where they have physical midfielders, he's pushed off the ball, he's pushed around, he's knocked over, he's frustrated. But when we're playing teams where it's the less of these, where we play, your really bottom feeders, and West Ham, when they're having a bad day, and he runs out there and we blow him away, makes him look good. Everybody thinks he's doing something. But the problem is, this is why Real Madrid let him go. You have to ask yourself, well, what's the real reason why Real Madrid let it go? Look at these numbers right here. Do you think Real Madrid will have as many Champions Leagues as they got in the last few years if he been in midfield? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. This player is a complimentary player. He is not the main man. And I'm going to say something that's going to probably piss off a lot of folks that watch this on the replay. He should be stripped of the captaincy, and it should be put on the arm of Gabriel Magalhaes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Do you know the worrying thing about it is, though, guys, is that he's the best. He's one of the. He's the best of the bunch. He's one of the best that we got. Unfortunately, this is what I'm saying. We're looking at Odegaard's stats, and we're looking at Odegaard, but this is the mess the team's in. This is the mess the team's in by not signing the right players over this manager's tenure. He's the best of the bad. He's one of the best of the bad bunch. The
money has been spent, and this is we start looking at people keep going. Well, we got a January transfer window coming. January transfer window ain't gonna solve this problem. There's too many holes. We got too many holes to fill. The summer transfer window was supposed to solve this problem. Noski, you go ahead, brother, because I know you were in the middle of dropping your.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, because what happened, I don't know what happened. My settings just went crazy. I was just talking to myself. Is it? Can I share?
Yeah.
Can I share?
Yeah.
If I just guys, okay. Can we just discuss this? I don't know if you can see that. Let me make that a bit smaller.
There you go.
Right. Sorry. Can we discuss this, guys, please?
I mean, you guys see when you hear stuff like this is the kind of stuff that make you want to go kick somebody in the teeth.
I told you how many players
I'm gonna be seeing that bullshit. I really don't.
So yeah, it's gonna take a couple of years considering how many players we need to replace. Sorry to cut in.
No, you're right. Because we're back at square one. We're back.
Yeah, we're back where we started from, guys. This is what I'm saying. 5 years down the line, we're no closer.
No,
we moved into the Emirates to be one of the big powerhouses in world football.
DJ, let's just go back a fact here. 3 years, right? The statement was by Keown and those absolute idiots. Oh, we need to get Champions League to attract the world-class players. Well, where the fuck are they then?
Exactly.
Where are they? We haven't got a world-class player, man.
We've got Champions League and we haven't got a striker.
Exactly.
We've got Chelsea cast off in Kai Havertz. They're laughing at us, the Chelsea fans, because we had some fan base saying that this guy was going to score 20 goals a season. And the Chelsea fan base were laughing. It was a comic strip. They laugh at us.
Where?
By the way, guys, that 65 million for Havertz, brought them Cole Palmer and João Felix.
Say no more.
That just sums it up, isn't it?
The 52 for Jesus, and the 27 for Zinchenko bought Holland
and Alvarez.
We help everybody else out by helping ourselves.
My God.
Everybody, hey man, Arsenal, we'll kickstart your season. We'll kickstart y'all trophies. We'll kickstart y'all trophy haul. But we don't kickstart our own trophy haul. We don't go out and spend the same money on quality players. Kai Havertz yesterday looked like an absolute fool walking around the pitch yesterday. Absolute fool. And then what's even crazier is when you deep this thing, y'all, and y'all sit there and you look at the substitutions. This joker bring on Jesus. 1 goal in 34 games of professional football. And on Wednesday night, he said, Jesus is back. I said, from where? What did he go see?
He's back from the cinema.
And then yesterday, the psycho has a press conference. I'm gonna start referring to, I used to call Edu the shyster. I'm gonna start referring to Arteta the psycho. The psycho said yesterday, he said, I took Declan Rice off because he was feeling something. You dumbass, he's got a broke toe. Of course he's feeling something. And you started him anyway. This dude is a detriment to this football club, y'all. The man is a detriment to football. The man has no clue. Look at him on the sideline. Look at him on the sideline standing there yesterday. He looked lost. He looked like he did when we played Newcastle and lost 1-0. He didn't know what to do. By the way, that was another team, low block. Same old thing we saw yesterday. Line text. You said this summer that we ain't doing nothing. You sent me that message that you sent me yesterday, and guess what? We still ain't doing nothing. Brother, what did you make of that mess yesterday, man?
Bro, fam, it was a shambles, cause I swear down there, like I literally called this. Like, go back to the summer. I literally said we ain't doing shit this season. And look at where we are now, fam. Look at this. It's a shambles, bruv. Like yesterday, like honestly, like I can't lie, my head was hot after that game, bruv, because the way the same old bullshit football of sideways, backwards, like the candy dance, side to side, cha-cha slide, all that bollocks here. To get nowhere, no creativity. And all this talk about Odegaard, yeah, I've been saying for so long, this guy is not creative. He is not a sex fabric. These men think he's sex Fabregas. That's what they think he is, you know. Like these men ain't watching football the way where we are watching football. They're not watching it like how we're watching it.
No.
Because this guy, yeah, how many through balls does he try? How long does he hang on to the ball for? Like he's always hanging on to the ball, flipping, spinning around like Kylie all the time, trying to find someone. If he can't find no one, he'll just go all the way back. He always floats out to the right to link up with Saka. There's no link-up play on the left. No. The left is none and void. The left is a shambles, by the way. The left side. Like, why on earth, yeah, does he continue? And I swear to God, fam, yeah, this is the thing that I hate the most, yeah. Why does he still put Partey at right back? I was talking about this last season. Last season, I was saying, yeah, why the fuck is he still putting him at right back? This season, he's still doing it, bruv. When we've got players on the bench that can play at left back. Like, what took him so long to put Skelly in the team? He's got Tierney on the bench, Tierney that he doesn't like. He could play there. Ben White's injured. Timber has been cooking at right back, yeah. And then you take him up. And what did I say to you, Matt, the other day? Every time he puts Partey at right back, do we win?
We either lose or draw.
Exactly. Because our best midfielder is playing out of position. To bring in Marino, who's dog shit, by the way. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, he's dead. I don't see nothing from that. No, sorry, Jess. Go ahead.
Do you remember the start of last season?
Yeah.
I'm just quickly throw this one in. Do you remember the start of last season? After our international friendly in America, what did Arteta do? He put Partey at right back.
Yeah.
And what happened? We fucked up. I leave it there.
Rest my case, man. You just summed it up perfectly there, Jez. Like every time he does that, yeah, the team just crumbles. Literally crumbles.
Sorry to cut in, but when you were saying about Odegaard and people like that holding on to the ball too long and everything else, this is what a manager should be bringing up. This should be rectified on the training ground. When these players are taking too many touches and they're not looking at the runners and people are not making the runs, this manager hasn't got the brains to see that. He just sends them out there and they just do their own thing. He tells them how to play. They're too rigid. They're frightened to express themselves.
Yep.
Martinelli's a sort, when he came first on the scene, he's a sort of player that just likes to run free, express himself, make things happen. He's been told that you have got to do this, and this. They're getting too many instructions rammed into them. They're not allowed to. They're not allowed to run free. It's just.
But the thing is, EJB, yeah, what is he actually doing with them on the training ground? Because one of the live streams I done the other day, someone put in a funny comment, and I couldn't help laughing. Yeah, he basically said, yeah, they're too busy squeezing lemons than actually practicing on the pitch.
Yeah.
And I was just like. It's true, bruv. Because what are they doing, bruv?
Exactly.
Yesterday we couldn't find the electricity for the light bulb guys.
Yeah. No electricity, nothing, no connection.
Pickpockets.
Yep. That's it. That is it, mate. They're looking around them for where the pickpockets are. You know what I'm saying? And this is bullshit, man. What kind of manager? What manager does that at a club dinner? Right, I mean, please make it up. Right, what manager at a club dinner hires pickpockets to make you aware of what's around you? Sorry, I don't think you need to do that, boys. Because on the training ground, if you've got a proper coach, I say that very lightly. Yeah, you don't need that bollocks. You actually coach the players. And let them play with what they've got, the freedom. DJ, you just said it. when Martinelli was playing under Unai Emery, he was playing with freedom.
Yeah.
Right? He was making those incisive runs. He was getting supported when Tierney, right? And I know we've lost Xhaka now, but Tierney, Xhaka, and Martinelli were pretty lethal down that left flank. Yeah, and I'm no fan of Xhaka personally, but he did help out there in his last season with Martinelli. That's gone now. We haven't replaced that situation, so now Martinelli is the weak link. It's the weak link now because all that guy does is run into brick walls. He's offside probably 70% of the bleeding time. Dare I say it, the other night, yeah, when we could have won the game against Fulham last weekend, who was offside?
I got one for you here. I got one for you, and this is something that is I thought about it today. I was out getting groceries and stuff for dinner, and this flashed across my mind, and I said I could actually see this happening. Big Angie says wouldn't surprise me.
I was just thinking about that as well.
We love taking teams wronging. Now, what's the problem we have in trouble? We just talked about it. Martinelli, who plays on the left hand side.
Rushy.
He loves these projects. I told y'all he's a white knight simp. He will go and get him and say I can fix him and all this stuff, and we back with these projects. If we don't, we'll get him alone.
That's definitely an Arteta signing right there. If you want to sum up Arteta, that's what he would do. That's exactly what he would do. Instead of buying a striker that we need, he'll buy a shit winger, literally from a deadwood. That's what he'll do. That's what he's done throughout the whole 5 years he's been here.
Yeah, we
like, so I don't. No one should be surprised, bruv. Because I ain't gonna be surprised if that happens.
No,
literally.
I mean, we have to really have to sit here and just wonder. You know, I'm starting to turn I'm really starting to turn my sights on these cronkies, man, because y'all allow this shit. Because anybody invest their money like this and throw it in, I'm real tight with my money. My money's so tight I like to keep it in the frame so I can see it. And if they throwing their money, just throwing away their money, and this is what you got after 5 years. This is 5 years on your investment. This is what you got. Then that means you okay this stuff. You fine with it. As long as y'all get that damn Champions League. That's all y'all satisfied with. That's all you care about. And most of this fan base, believe it or not, 60% of this fan base would be more than glad to just make the Champions League so they can just blow hot air throughout the entire summer. But does anybody think for 1 second that when we get into that second phase of the Champions League, I told Lee this yesterday after we got off, I said, Lee, do people realize that once we get to the next phase of the Champions League, we could very well be drawn with Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, the big boys? I said, you know, all these so-called teams we ready to beat, and we can't even score from open play.
Guys, Matty, that's a good point, because we don't even have to play one of those. When it comes to the business ends of the Champions League, the knockout phase, we don't need to play one of them big teams. We just need to play a team that
can play football.
That play football.
Yeah.
If we drew against, if we drew Monaco in the knockout phase, you'll see a different Monaco than what you saw at the Emirates the other week in the group stage, in the league stage. When it gets to the knockout stage, that's the business end of the Champions League. And getting onto the Champions League, I thought, because I've said this before to Jez and everyone else, I've seen us win titles. My goal now is to win the Champions League. That is the one cup that I want to win, because it's the only thing that these fans from other clubs have got over us. Now, we're nowhere near winning the Champions. And I thought 5 years on into this project, we'd be a little bit closer of winning the Champions League. We're miles off of that. Miles off of winning the Champions League.
But do you guys remember what Arteta said?
And we win it in 3 years, guys.
Yeah, he just took the words right out of my mouth. He literally just said that.
That's what you told Willie.
William, come
He
to
told
us.
Willie in 3 years we'll win the Champions League.
We give you 150 a week, and you win us the Champions League in 3 years.
You know what? We're closer to winning. We're close to going back to the Conference League. We're on our way to the Conference League. That's what we're on our way to.
Mm-hmm.
He'll back that up too.
We might actually have a chance of winning that. Bro.
No. We'll lose one team out of Jerusalem.
We're
looking at the Carabao Cup, guys. Carabao Cup. That's the realistic at the moment. If you was to take the FA Cup, Man United in the next round, the Champions League, where we are in the Premiership, if we was to be honest now, what is the only realistic cup that we could probably win now?
Yep.
Carabao Cup.
Carabao Cup.
5 years into a project, £800 million spent, and we are looking at the Carabao Cup.
DJ, don't forget though. Don't forget, mate. It's below us. How many Arsenal fans and the biggest Arsenal football channel out there have said it's below us?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take
any silverware.
They're desperate. It's come. I would take it. It's not my first choice of cup. Of course, it's not. But I would absolutely. And the reason why we need to get over the line in the Carabao Cup is because if we don't win any silverware, Saliba, Gabriel, Saka,
all of them,
they'll all be looking elsewhere. And these guys.
Sorry to interrupt you, mate, but this is a question, right, to all of you guys here, right? Your respective comments on this one, right? That's a great point. I've been calling this for quite some time now. If let's just say we win the Carrier Bag Cup, as I call it, right? Right? Yeah. Do you honestly think that's enough that we will keep the likes of Gabriel and Saliba? Because when you've got the likes of Real Madrid that are watching Gabriel, they're sending their coach scouts over each week, right? They're big interested, right? They're big interested. Saliba, right? They're big interested in him, right? Yeah. So if we capitulate in the Champions League, which I think we will, if we get kicked out of the FA Cup, which I'll be heartbroken because that's my favourite of all favourites, right? We ain't going to win the Premier League. Let's get it right. Yeah. I don't think that's enough, DJ. And I want to get all your boys' opinions on this. I don't think enough to keep those players.
No, Jez,
you got to think about. You got to think about Saliba. You know, he's still got time on his side. Gabriel's a little bit older. Yeah. Gabriel's what, 26, 27?
Yeah.
How long has he got left in the playing career at the top level? What do you say? What, 3-4 years?
3-4 years.
He's gonna want to win something.
Yeah.
You know, Saliba's come out 3 times now and said, listen, for me to be considered in the conversation as top, and in the last interview, he shoehorned his co-partner Gabriel in there. He said, for us to be considered as the, you know, one of the best, you know, centre-back pairing, we got to win trophies. They're not staying around. Saliba's been here. He's been here for 5 years. He's been loaned for 2 of them.
Yeah,
he's been here for 3 years. He's seen us go back to back, challenging for the title, not winning. Gabriel's the same. These guys are not sticking around if they want to win.
And they're irreplaceable. You wouldn't get another centre back pairing at this club. They've been the best centre backs that I've seen since Bolden, Adams, Campbell, and I've not seen a better centre back pairing.
If people want to know how long would it take to get a centre back pairing like that, it took us what? From when Wenger left, Torre, Sol Campbell, that was what, 2000 and when did Sol leave? Sol left 2000. Yeah, I can't quite remember right offhand, but we talking 20 years. Let's put it like that. Yeah. Let's put it like that. It took us forever to get a damn defensive midfielder. So if we lose 2 center backs, we can't even get a striker. Yep. So this right here, if we don't win something serious, which it don't look like we're gonna do this year outside of the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
Might as well go ahead and face facts. And not only Saliba and Magalhaes, but I keep telling people it's gonna really hurt y'all when soccer turn around and say, you know what, I want to go win something.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna hurt a lot of these super fans. They're gonna be really hurt. We all saw when Van Persie walked out the door. What did Van Persie say he wanted to go do? Win something.
The little boy in me wants to win something. That's what
win something. Yeah, we saw TT. He left for chicken change. That still bothers me to this day. Left for chicken change to go to Barcelona. To do what? To win what? You just mentioned JB. What trophy you want to go win Champions League? You go look at the ambitions of the football club. We have seen people leave. Najri's left. We saw Sonia left. You saw Kleb. You saw Fabregas. You saw all these players have left. Left, win. Everybody else go win. I think it was a streak that just about every time somebody left Arsenal, they went and won something.
Yeah,
we still sitting here talking about but we finished top against Spurs. That's what our fan base did. That was the trophy for all these years. Let me tell y'all something. If we don't get our act together, I told Lee this yesterday. The only thing that's keeping us relevant, and I'm just gonna keep it 100%. This fan base better damn sure be glad that Newcastle can't spend the money they got.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
If Newcastle could spend the money they got, we be in real trouble. We be in some serious trouble. But because they tied up, they got their hands tied with this financial fair play stuff, they can't spend the money they really want to spend, because if they could spend the money and get the players that they want to get, we'd be in some serious, serious trouble.
Yep.
And this is why I kept saying last year, gentlemen, when I would come on everybody's shows and I would say, we've only got a window. We've got to make the most of it now. We've got to moving like our hair's on fire. Pardon the pun. But we've got to be moving, because if we don't, the window starts to close. And Kenny, shout out to Kenny, brought this up today when we were talking. He said, I don't think people realize that the teams that we're discounting, Liverpool, Chelsea, and even a busted Manchester United, they're going to start to rebuild, retool, and reload. And these teams are going to be teams we're going to have to deal with. Now you got Forrest. What phase is Nuno in? What phase is he in? He's down there with chicken change, and he's making the best out of it. So if he could, by the way, Edu's going over there. See, this is going to be real interesting now. Now it's going to be real interesting, because I'm looking to see what type of players they bringing in and to see what phase are they going to be in, because that's going to tell me exactly who the problem is. If he go over there and they get better players than we could have got over here, then we know
it's Arteta.
We know who the mole is.
It's him. It's Arteta,
Yeah, we know who the mole is, and that's why as soon as you get past this summer transfer window, you'll be able to easily tell, because this manager has been, as Lee would say, nicking the living for the longest. He's played everybody like a fiddle to make them think that he knows what he's doing. He cleaned out the dressing room. He got all of the toxic players out of there. You telling me we had a better attacking team when he arrived than what we have right now? We had a better attacking team. We had a striker that was challenging for the golden boot in the league. And then you telling me that run him out of here, as Jez said, and then you install in number 14, Eddie Murphy. You bring Eddie Murphy in. And what did he do for 2 or 3 years when he was there? Nothing. You get ready. You bring him in. Then you bring in Kai Havertz, $65 million. And they love to sing that song at the stadium, 65 million down the drain. That's exactly what it is, down the drain, because we've wasted money. We funded Chelsea's revitalization, by the way. That's another feather in the cap of bringing Chelsea back from the dead. And then we're sitting here looking for somebody to score goals. He can't score them. Look to his left. Jesus, 52 million. He can't score. Then you go down to Martinelli. You ruin him. He was a striker before you got here. You throw him out there on the left wing. Then now he can't hit the side of a barn. Then you go to soccer. You run him. You're gonna run him into the ground before it's all said and done. We're still hoping he make it through this season, by the way. And then he's gonna get frustrated because I'm starting to see it. 1 or 2 times there yesterday, he looking over to his left. Where my help at? Is anybody going to do anything else outside of me? He's trying to do the best he can, doing all the heavy lifting. I used the same analogy I used earlier this week with Jez, is that when you got some brothers at your house and y'all helping to move furniture, you and another dude, y'all moving the heaviest sofa, but then you got a friend of yours, he want to go grab the lamp. No, brother, we need you over here moving the sofa, moving the couch. That's what Kai Havertz been doing this entire time, just sitting around watching everybody move furniture. This football team is upside down from the back to the front. The only good saving grace is we got 2 center back, three defenders worth the damn in the team, and we've got soccer. That's about the only good thing. Declan Rice has gone backwards this season.
Yeah,
he's gone backwards. He came into the season he came into the team one way, but look what you're starting to see. You're starting to see Arteta's hands. His hands are all over Declan Rice. He's ruining the young man. He's ruining him. Look at him. He don't even look like the same player when you watch him. He look like he's tired. A man that ran out. Look at Trossard. Trossard was bought on form. 3 goals at Anfield. He was on form. Comes into the club, scoring goals. Player of the month. What happened? Pulls him out. Force feeds Jesus in. Cost us the title. He's never been the same since. Now look at him. He's washed up. This manager, everything he touched turns to absolute certified shit. Certified shit. And until this manager is removed from this football club and this ownership is turned over, I'm afraid, my friends, that this is going to be the same old song and dance. It doesn't take a rocket scientist. And until these fans, and this is what I said in my fan cam yesterday, until these fans who go to these games, outside of you, JB, because I know where you stand, I'm talking about these fans that go, they run down there to the Armory before the game start. They coming out the door with white bags. They're buying Al Bundy varsity jackets that you see out of the game. You out here buying umbrellas, dog chains, dog tags, paying $800 for a juice and a piece of bread. Until these fans get sick and tired of that and say what you saw at the end of that game yesterday when you see the cannon, the outline of the cannon in the stands, until fans start doing that on weeks, on 2 or 3 weeks in a row on mass, this football club won't change. There has to be a cutoff point for this. I'm tired of it. And I can only imagine, Jez is getting older. JB, y'all are getting older. Normski, y'all are getting a little bit older. Look, you want to see some form of success. I remember, you want to see something. You want to see something.
Fed up with it.
And when you keep repeating the same cycle over and over, it starts to wear on your psyche. It starts to wear on your psyche after a while. Why am I watching it? This is where you start saying, fans say, you know what? I'm done with it, man. I'm going to go do something else on my Saturdays. When you see stuff like what you saw yesterday, you absolutely get sick of it. It's crazy. You spend money here, you spend money there, no result. You go back, you do the same thing again, no result. And nobody can seem to figure out that it's the one man, that's the one constant in all of this. Because his hands is on everything. It's Mikel Arteta. This man should have never got the job, JB. Never should have got the job. Never had any experience. None. No managerial experience anywhere in the whole of Europe. Instead, he comes to one of the biggest clubs in the world and is given the most money I have ever seen a manager at Arsenal spend since I have been walking God's green earth. I've never seen anyone have the type of managerial money influence, player influence, and overall club influence like this manager, and hadn't done a damn thing to show for it. I'm sorry. I just had to rant. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, mate. It's all facts, mate. It's all facts, and sick and tired of it. I mean, the merchandise that gets spun out left, right, and centre. I mean, that shop yesterday, every home game is absolutely heaving. So it's just a great big PR. It's just a publicity stunt. It's just ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And as for Declan Rice, I thought he was going to be bringing into the club to play him in more of an advanced role and pop up with some goals. I mean, where do the goals from midfield come from? All good teams have goal scorers in midfield. I mean, you look at the Chelsea teams over the years with the Frank Lampard.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Where
Steven Gerrard for Liverpool.
Where were our goals from midfield? You know, I'm not talking about a 20-year goal but at least sort of 10, 12, 14 goals a season from midfield. There's no one in centre midfield because they all play the same way. Jorginho comes on like for like.
Yep.
Marino, like for like.
And the only time
midfield, like for like. We've got 4 midfield players that play exactly the same. There is no attacking midfield. There is no attacking midfield player from centre midfield. There's no one driving forward. There's no one breaking the lines. There's no one running with the ball.
Yeah. We don't have no ball carriers. We do not have no ball carriers. I'll say that probably the only ball carrier is probably when he does get a chance is Ethan. Yeah?
Yeah. He's the only one.
And Skelly, when he came into midfield,
he was
looking positive. He was looking to push the ball forward. His first line of thought was, how can I get the ball forward? When you look at these players in this Arsenal team, look at that. When you look at these players in their Arsenal team, there's no one that can turn on the ball and think, right, how can I get this forward? Where can I break the lines? It's sideways. They check back, 2-3 touches later, they're spinning around, they're changing it back. They're nothing. Absolutely nothing. And this guy can't change it. We need a manager that can change in-game management, in-game play. He's not got no in-game management.
Nope.
When teams drop off, he hasn't got any ideas how he can change it. Nothing. He's relying on just spur of the moment football. He's relying on a bit of magic from Saka to cut inside and get a shot off and hope it goes in. He's relying on a set piece, or he's relying on someone getting brought down in the box and we get a penalty. That is what he's relying on. Open play, going forward, tactically, he's got no idea. He don't know what to do. No worry.
No, he doesn't have a clue. You don't.
Look at this map. Look at Odegaard. Just Odegaard right here, number 8. Look at the pass right there, back to 12. That's all he pretty much did most of the game yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then look,
Matty, that's every game, Matty. He does that every game.
This is all the time.
He does it all the time.
Look at this.
And look at Everton. And we couldn't beat that team yesterday. Look at this. 3. Look right there now.
Yeah, and they was getting out with that, by the way. They was breaking the press with that, Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
Yeah.
They were.
I mean, when you see it right here, this is why I tell people, I'm like, people act like we doing something. I'm like, bro, this football team ain't going nowhere. We just ain't hit the bad run of form yet. Like when you went lose 2 or 3 in a row. That's the only thing saving us right now. But we got these.
That's coming. That's coming.
We got these holiday fixtures coming up.
That's coming.
That's coming.
We're in trouble. We're in trouble.
Spurs at home, North London derby, 15th of January. Watch this space. You can click that. Watch this space. North London derby in January. Watch this space.
Don't we have United somewhere in there too? As soon as we get back into the new year.
United FA Cup.
FA Cup,
You can click that one as well.
It's another one.
And I'm telling you now, I'm sitting here 5 years on with this manager, and the money's been spent, and I can't even say with any real confidence that we're going to beat Palace on Wednesday.
No,
no.
I said. What did I say to you the other day, Matty? What did I say to you the other day, Matty?
You know
what did I say?
Teams years ago, and Jez will know this. You get someone like, no disrespect to Palace and all, You could go to bed, you could sleep at night, you could wake up in the
get up
morning,
and know,
you knew you was going to win. You could
Yeah.
put money on it. You could put 5% on it.
JB, you can sit. Hey, and you know the crazy part about it is, JB?
Back, hands behind your head. You could relax. You knew you were going through with certain teams.
And you know what? You know what's even crazy is that Wenger could send the kids over there to do the job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
To the
And they
ground.
played the
You'd be
exact same
walking
way
to
as
the
well.
ground, smiling, right?
Yeah.
Like back in the day, you know the crack, right? Yeah, you walk up to the pub, right? Whatever pub it was you went to round Arsenal. I'm talking at Arsenal, right? And you walk up and you'd be like, "All right, guys, how you doing, boys? Yeah, come on, let's get in, have a beer, have a chat." You'd be in the pub, put a few down your neck. And then you get to walk down the ground, and you'd be walking down, laughing and joking. Yeah, well, we've got Palace today. We've got a game. Yeah, it's gonna be tricky, but we'll get it over the line. Don't worry about that one. And you'd be like, it'll be all giggles and laughs.
Guys,
Now, no chance. You'd be thinking, "Fucking hell, we're gonna get a result today, or what?" Fucking
other
hell,
fans say to me, "I'll go into the coffee shop on the way to the game. Oh, you got Everton. This was yesterday. Oh, you got Everton today. Oh, that's 3 points. You'll beat them." I went, I don't know.
Yep.
That's what I say to them. I don't know.
Yeah.
What do you want about? You don't know. You got Everton. They're terrible. And
You just don't know what you're going to get from one game to the
I
other.
don't know.
That's the problem.
You don't,
don't know.
and that's the problem. Yeah, you don't, because he keeps changing the team. He keeps changing the team. It's never one settled team. He keeps changing it up and down, and then when he does change, it's just chaos because he's playing players out of position. We're known as versatile FC now. This is what he likes: versatile players that can't play in their proper position, in their specialist position, because he thinks I call him Clever Dick. He's Mr. Clever Dick. Because this is what he thinks. He thinks he can. Oh, I can prove everybody wrong. Well, sorry, mate. Listen, I was looking at another stat. We're 10th, I think, from open play. There are 18 goals from open play this season.
We're actually 13th.
Is it 13th now?
We're 13th from open play.
Oh, well, that yesterday.
And by the way, you know
was
this Everton team that we couldn't beat?
Yep.
Relegation Southampton beat them.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh.
Southampton that got beat by Spurs today 5-0, yeah. They beat Everton, by the way, guys.
Man United beat them 4-0 the other day as well.
I was not shocked at that result yesterday, that 0-0. I was not shocked. I said 2-0. I didn't think everybody was sort of saying 4-0, and I get it, and I absolutely, because in the past, but if we was meant to be playing the way we were playing, and Everton have got an absolutely rotten record when it comes to their away records, full stop, it's rotten. But when I sat there for after 5 minutes, I said, you know what, to my son, I said, this game's going to be a draw. I can't even see how we're going to score. Yeah, I can't see how we're going to score in this game. And the crowd went quiet. You could tell they're apprehensive. As you said, they weren't moving the ball around quick enough. It's literally, Saliba will take 3 or 4. I don't know if it's if the manager tells them to do this, take 2 or 3 touches before they pass it. Even the throws. Yeah. Sometimes they take 30 seconds to make a throw. What are they waiting for?
Noski, I timed one game there. We timed how long it takes us to do a corner kick, and I think it came out to about a minute. A minute. And then they'll say, "Oh man, they're wasting time. The other team's wasting time. The referee's costing us the game." You had one guy at the game yesterday. They showed him on TV. He doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, because Sean Dyche played Arsenal at their game. Yeah. And we couldn't break them down. And our set piece was non-existent. Were they singing that set piece song?
Well, you know what, JB, with the set pieces yesterday, this is what happened. So, Jez, I don't know if you caught this part when we the broadcast. I was sitting there looking at the corner, and so I said, "Let me see what they're getting ready to do." And then I looked. I said, "Oh, they've got a cutoff man." I said they've got the man, and then they've got a shadow. So if he gets past one, if Gabriel get past one person, he got to run through somebody else to get to the ball. That's exactly what they did the whole game. They cut everybody out. They cut on all the spigot. The same thing with Fulham last week. Y'all saw what Adama Traore did last week. He ushered Saliba out the way, off the pitch when the ball came. He just moved it right off the pitch.
Yeah.
This fool thought that we were going to set piece our way through the whole season. You think nobody else in the whole world of football watched that United game and say, "Oh no, well, they're not going to do that against us," and that's what they're going to do. See, what happens is when everybody get locked off, when everybody locks off something that we do, this manager has no plan B, C, D, or E. That's when he starts reverting to the psychotic stuff that he does, where he looks at that, he looks over at Alpa Alba, like, what you looking at me for? And then he start looking on the bench, and then he look around. He look at player, and then he'll look back on the pitch, and then he started guessing at what he want to do. I even said it during the broadcast yesterday. I said, he's completely lost the plot. Now he's starting to panic. And because when you see this was the one giveaway yesterday that you knew the game was way out of control for him. He didn't know what was going on. Nobody caught this. I said it during the broadcast, but nobody caught this. When in the hell have y'all seen Bukayo Saka on the left-hand side of this offense playing?
I saw that.
When have y'all ever seen that? When have y'all ever seen that? That's how you know it's out of control. When you see him way over there, you're like, oh, no. Clearly, this manager has just said, do whatever you want to do. Yeah. No.
But guys, when he threw everybody on, my son said to me, right, Dad, who's playing where? I was trying to work out who was doing what. Where was Kai Havertz playing? Where, as you said, there was one point where Saka was on the same side as Trossard. So I said, who's playing where?
Bro, it was all over the place, bro. And that's what he does when he panics. He just throws everyone on and say, like, someone just rescue me. No plan, no tactic, nothing. Just throw everyone on and just see if someone can get something.
Listen, everybody wanted Ethan on, yeah? Everybody wanted him on. We've been calling for Ethan to come on, yeah? And I knew what was going to happen. Yeah, big up to Rashid. Yeah, I said it on his channel. I said, Rashid, you know what you're going to do? And I said it earlier on today. I said, you know, some fans are going to make Ethan a scapegoat in this game. Oh, well, he's been given the chance. What did he do? Listen, I saw certain mans on certain big channels, going at each other, you know. I've seen man that was just calm and collected, cussing hard, you know. I'm like, whoa, this is breaking now. This is really breaking them now. It's breaking them, bro. Because the thing is, it's like, well, you can't say that about them. It's Arteta. Why do you bring all these crap decisions? This is a guy that assesses the game, people. I'm not going to say who it is, but go and check it out for yourself. Go and check it out for yourself. These guys were losing the plot, people. Yeah, as Matt said, he said it. He sent me a message. The chicken, they're coming on to roost, people. Yeah.
But this is
slowly,
the thing.
But surely, people are beginning to find out this guy is a fraud. Yeah, he's a fraud.
Go ahead.
But this is the thing, Normski. Yeah, it's only so long that these people can keep lying to themselves about this process and how good it is. It's only so long they can do that, because eventually they're gonna crack, and now they're starting to crack.
Yeah.
And this is like the beginning of the end when they start to crack.
Well, Matt, if you don't mind me, can we just show you another beginning of the end? Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see that. Hold on, let's do this. Let's share this. Can you see that?
It hadn't come up. It hadn't showed up yet. There we go. Pull out just a little bit.
Let me just
shrink it down.
Okay, look at that. Look at this. Is a certain club. Yeah, that is going. Oh boy, things are not going the way they're going, bro. Right. There you go. Look at projected points now. This is what they're doing now. Yeah, because they're realizing that this is coming to fruition. 84 points, 22-23 season. Improvement. 89 points, 23-24 season. Yeah, guys, my 89 points, we scored the most amount of goals, but where did it get us? Now, the projected points this season is 71 points. Guys, we've drawn more games this season from the whole of last season. The whole of last season, we drew 5 games and lost 5 games. This season, we've drawn 6 and lost 2. Or is it 3?
Gentlemen.
I can't remember. Is it 2 or 3?
No, we all sat right here. We sat right here shortly before Edu left. Me, you, Jez, all of us was on the panel. And what did that young man come in and say? He said he did the math. He said, "Well, if we drop 4 games, that's pretty much about it." That was back. We talking probably 2-3 months ago. Now look at what we see in front of us. What we see in front of us, brother. We saw this coming. Jez, me, and you sat right here at the end of last season. What did we say? We said this at the end of last season. I said, Jez, next year is going to be the year this thing for the finally fall on down. I said, because this manager been winging it for a long time. I told y'all, for me, I would have fired this manager on the spot after we botched that title 8 points clear. It was time for him to go then. That was all I need to see. He's not a winner. 71 points. And people want to. Now, last year, they said, give him a chance. But then this football club went even further and gave him a new deal. They gave him a new deal. Didn't wait to say, well, let's see what he do this year. Let's see what he do this year. If he's going to improve on last year. They gave him a new deal. The only thing that would save this football club if Arteta would do as Kenny would say, put his nuts on the table and walk away. Yep. Walk away. That would be the only thing that would save this club. And the only way he'll do that is if we really sink down the toilet. But I don't know. His arrogance is so high that he probably could think we finished 8th, but I can get us to the title. You know, that's how arrogant he is. He's a narcissist. This man is a psycho. That's why I told you I'm gonna start calling him a psycho. 71 points, 800 million spent, 5 years in. Anywhere else in the world, if you perform like this on your job, your manager will fire your ass quicker than Adam got out of there.
Matt, you forget something as well. You said 800 million spent, 5 years in the job, and a mural of a corner thing that's been painted on the walls at Arsenal. Yeah, just throw that one.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
Yeah, and they in the press conference they're asking about this. Yeah, and this is where the old PR thing comes from. Oh, our set piece coach, he doesn't mind. Why are you talking about a mural of the corner flag that's been drawn on the walls of? Oh my gosh, this is how far we've sunk. The classy Arsenal, we ain't classy no more. We're not classy no more.
No, classy Arsenal is what Jez was talking about the other day with 89 Anfield. That's what you call classy Arsenal.
That's class. That's class.
Yeah.
Was once. We were. But sorry, guys, we've downgraded. As I've said many a times, Matty, to you on streams and DJB, Norski, Lion Tex, all you wonderful panelists. We used to shop at Harrods with players. We were at fucking Poundland now. That's where we've got to. This is where how low this fucking football club has become. And I don't understand. Do you know? I'm actually glad I don't go to the ground anymore. I am so glad I don't go because I think I admire you, DJB. I admire Kenny, Aaron, YouTubers that actually do go because I don't think I could handle it. I don't think I could handle it no more.
Yeah.
I used to love it going to the ground. I used to, obviously go to Highbury when I used to live right opposite the bloody place, but now, no. Do you know, I don't actually believe that I'd want to spend any money on it anymore, on his club. I've spent, the wife and I, when we were on holiday last week, we were just like out on our own, doing whatever, chatting. And she said, how much do you think you spent in your life going to watch Arsenal? And I said, I fucking hate to think. I hate to think. 2,586 games, home and away. And I said, I hate to think how much I've spent. You know what I'm saying? And like, DJ, I admire you because you've got to travel there. You've got your season ticket. You do all of that. You know, you still go and you do it. home and away. I think it's sad for me sitting here, right, having supported this club for 54 fucking years, that I've got no passion to go anymore.
Yeah.
I haven't. I have got no passion. I will be going to Brighton away with my grandson. Bless him. Although now, I'm not sure. I'm disowning him because he's now turned to be a bloody seagull. Brighton fan, little shit. You know what I mean? His mum. Can he just lightly? Can you believe? He said to me, "Granddad, I want to." He plays in goal for his local football team. He's 10, right? Fair play.
Arteta will sign him. He loves a goalkeeper, Jez.
Yeah. Well, he's 10.
Oh, give it a few years.
Get the academy. You know what I'm saying? And he said, "Granddad, I want a football. I want a goalkeeper's kit for Christmas." I went, "Yeah, no worries. I'll get you that. No problem at all. No dramas." So I was chatting to my daughter Jodie, bless her, and I said, "Oh, there's 2 shirts. Which one does he want?" And she went, "Dad, he wants a Brighton one." I went, "Oh, fuck off. I ain't buying that." Yeah. I ain't buying that. Bollocks. Get his other granddad to buy it.
Then we'll cut some grass.
I ain't fucking buying it. And she went, "Yeah, but that's he supports Brighton now." I said, "Yeah, well, you can fuck off then." Because I said, "Yeah, you know, that ain't happening." I mean, obviously, I'd never say that to him. Of course, I wouldn't, bless him. But yeah, because his dad supports bloody Brighton, so fucking bollocks.
Well, they've got a direction. It's a well-run club, Brighton. So you know, but no, I go over there because obviously I get to spend some time with my boys, which is the main thing. But you just go over there because you want to see it in front of your eyes. What's happening?
It's thing is, DJ, I know exactly what you're telling me here. It's how can I put it? You see your mates, right? You've been going to games for years and years and years. You've been going as long as I have, right? So I get it. You want to see your mates and you want to have a beer or coffee or whatever it is you do. And it is a drug, isn't it? It is a drug.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
It is, mate, isn't it?
And the thing is though, boys, as well, is I really thought in the summer when we finished 2 points behind Man City and we just missed out on the title, I really was optimistic about this season. I thought, right, we'll have a brilliant summer window. We'll get a banging striker in because that's all we need. We'll get a striker in of some sort, and we'll kick on. And once again, we've got to the middle of the season. We've got to the business end of the season, and we are no further down the line. We're no further in. In fact, we're further away now from the championship. We're further away, and we were one of the favourites this season. One of the favourites. One of the favourites to win the title this season. And you got Chelsea winning with 10 men tonight. And by the way, Nicholas Jackson bangs in another one. You know, yeah, 2-1.
Yeah.
These guys, that Cucurella gets sent off, and they've gone and won 2-1. 5 points clear of us now. They are going into Christmas.
And we parked the bus.
Apparently, we can't win with 10 men.
Yeah.
No, I mean we have to park the bus when we go down to 10 men. Everyone else can attack apart from us.
Liverpool 10 men yesterday. Claws back 2-1 to 2-2. Nick a draw with 10 men.
And in the grand scheme of things, that is fantastic what Liverpool did yesterday. The fact that they went down to 10 men so early in the game, and the fact that they were able to still play their football, yeah, because they were still pushing forward. I was watching it. My missus is a massive Liverpool supporter, yeah, so it's difficult in the house, as you know, yeah. Right?
But the sad thing is about it. I know Liverpool will drop. I know Liverpool will drop points. Somewhere along the line, Liverpool's going to drop points. Chelsea will drop points.
Yeah.
But it's this man with this team good enough to capitalise on these teams.
No, we'll drop points with him. That's the problem.
I've said this before. Would y'all have trusted him that year we went to United and won the title? We're going in the title run-in. We've got to go to Manchester United at Old Trafford without this bird count.
No chance.
No.
To win the title. Could you trust this manager to do that? No, absolutely not. No way.
No.
Henry didn't play in that game.
Neither did Bergkamp.
Go ahead.
None of them played.
Guys, we had an 8-point lead with this manager, and he couldn't get over the line.
We can't chase down. We can't chase down, and we can't keep a lead. It's as simple as that. It just boils down to this
mentality.
That's what it boils down to.
We're being chased. It's better to be chased. Then they said, "Oh no, it's better to be the chaser," and we failed both times.
Right. So what are they going to think of next?
How many times has it come to the crunch under this manager, a must-win game, and this team folds again and again and again?
This is why.
How much more evidence do you need?
This is why.
How much more evidence do you need? It's not like, well, potentially we haven't seen him do it. We haven't been in that position. We don't know if this manager can do it when it comes to crunch time. We've seen it, guys, with our own eyes.
Yeah.
I mean, these things of, can they do it? Will we be able to do it? I find it pointless now. It's been 5 years. We've witnessed every scenario that could possibly happen under this manager when it comes to crunch time, when he can be tested, and he's failed every single time. There's no need for, can he do it? Will he do it? There's no need for that. We've been there and done it, guys, and he's failed.
Exactly.
This manager has consistently struggled. And this is why I said Wednesday night. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if we all sit in emergency meetings on Wednesday night. Please,
the oracle of smoke. The oracle of smoke.
Hey, everybody in the chat, don't be surprised if you see us all on somebody's emergency meeting on Wednesday night talking about this match through another.
What team's he going to put out?
That's what I'm worried about, DJ. That's what I'm worried about. Who's he going to play?
Rice is injured. Is he going to play Saliba? Is he going to play Gabriel? Is he going to rest Saliba? Is he going to? Who's he going to do?
I predict he will play Tierney Wednesday. I think he's going to play. I got a feeling he's going to play Tierney Wednesday.
Nah, I don't.
He might play Sterling.
No, he's going to play Skelly.
He'll play Tierney Wednesday. Play Skelly on the weekend. Watch that.
Play strongest team. Come on, man. It's cut competition.
Yeah, he won't. No, Jez. He won't. I mean,
that's the thing. He won't.
Put Sterling down the middle. Put Sterling down the middle. Put him up top. See what he can do.
Why would he now? All this time he could have played Martinelli down the middle. Even all that he never even tried playing him down the middle. Not one time. Not one time has he tried doing
something different. We needed a goal yesterday. He could have done 2, 3, maybe 5. He could have done half a dozen things. He could have tried Martinelli in the middle. He could have started that game with Jesus out on the left.
Yep.
That's what he played.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus has played.
Jesus against Monaco, right? When he put that ball into Saka and everything, he looked okay. He could have started because Martinelli's dropping stinker after stinker after stinker, and yet he still plays him. Try something different. He could have put Jesus on the left. Yeah. He could have done he could have done so many different things. He should have put Jesus on the left. He should have put Partey in with Rice, Timber right back, Skelly left. But no, Martinelli on.
We don't stretch the team. We don't stretch our team, so we don't sort of wingers Martinelli and Saka. Because what it is because he's got Martinelli comes in on his right foot, doesn't he? So every time he picks up the ball, it's his strongest foot. He's going to naturally come in. Same with Saka. He's going to naturally come in. Now, teams, especially on the right-hand side, because predominantly we play down that side. So when we get to the last third, everything becomes congested because now we're cutting in, all right? And then we have, because Saka's strongest foot is there. Listen, when he does that, when he does cut onto his left foot and does what he does it well, yeah? But I watched Newcastle yesterday and watched how they just played basic football where you just play out to the wings. Yeah, just keep the pitch wide. Pep used to do it in his earlier tenure with the teams where they used to play with their wingers, yeah, and then they used to have their overlapping left backs or right backs on both sides. So if the ball was played on the right side, you couldn't cope with it because the midfielder, right, would go down the right hand side and he will play it to the guy that's overlapping. He would then cut inside 1-2, yeah. He cuts back 1-2, straight across the box, and then you got striker in Aguero, whoever, ready to put it in the back of there. What we did yesterday was spam 26 crosses. We didn't have any idea about playing it on the ground, little 1-2s. No, what we did, we spammed 26 crosses into the box, and Tchaikovsky and Braithwaite just went, "Thank you very much all day. Thank you, I thank you, I thank you."
Yep.
Yeah,
the thing is, that game reminded me of the Inter Milan game. That was the exact same thing as the Inter Milan game. Exact same thing. 100 crosses, they'll just headering it out. Same game. It was the exact same game.
Yeah. With the Martinelli thing, all he does is run down the wing. At least let him run down to the goal. He might be able to do something. Because all he does is run down the wing.
He does this thing. He does this thing when he's on the side and he does his little skip along there.
Yeah, he's jockeying. He's jockeying forward.
Jockeying.
His face, and then he stops. He looks at the ball. He checks if he's still got the ball, and then he's like, "Well, I lost my ability to go past players. So I'll just pass it back." He does just run down. He gets the ball, runs as far as he can down the wing. If he just to lift his head up, it'll be a start. If he
basic,
he tries to cross it. If he doesn't, he passes it back. And he's put him down the middle and let him run towards the goal.
The question is the fan base, positive or negative. Yeah, one thing they've seen in Martinelli is that he gets the ball's passed to him, and he goes. And he goes, runs down. Get your head up. Just a quick glance. No, it's just now. If we're saying all of this, and I'm sure, as you say, some of these the managers and all that would have probably watched some of these streams, or whoever's part of Arsenal go, hang on a minute, why can't you make that slight adjustment? Just one simple adjustment to lift your head up. The guy cannot. Listen, the guy was up against Ashley Old. I'm not going to call him young. Ashley Old. The guy is 39 years old and he couldn't get past him.
Not once,
It's embarrassing.
You know what the worst thing is? This manager came out and said, "I don't need to coach Martinelli. He can play himself into form."
There you go.
We meant to believe in this guy.
Well, what does that tell you, bro?
Matty, I was on one point I want to come to. Yeah, Matty, you've coached, right?
Yeah.
You've coached, right? Now, tell me if I'm wrong here. Yeah? After games, win or lose, whatever, right? When you get your team back in and whatever, you sit down and you analyze the game, right? You go over certain things, right? Where we go wrong, this pass here, a few passes and stuff like that. I want to come to a simple thing now, yeah? We always complain about Odegaard takes too many touches. Saka sometimes takes too many touches. Now you're telling me, Matty, as a coach, right? Wouldn't you come in and say, guys, look, you see here, this take here, if you just shot, maybe you could have scored. If you didn't take 2 touches or passed it first time, that he could have been through and goal. Something that simple. I don't know what this manager is doing after games and sitting down with the team and going through the games and telling them, this is where we need. This is what we've done good. This is one. I don't think he even does that.
No, I just what I'm here to say. I think on Monday morning when they come in, he gives them some kind of motivational speech. They listen to music. They do a little yoga, and then they go out to the field, and then they goof off. This is why you see so many training videos. people goofing off. I look at other teams. I don't see all these training videos coming out of other teams where they working, doing whatever. This manager, all he has to do, he could have easily came in and fixed Martinelli. Martinelli, you need to stop dribbling. Every time you dribble, it's 20 laps after practice. Every time you dribble with your head down, 20 laps after practice. Odegaard, you touch the ball more than 4 times without passing it to somebody, that's 20 laps after practice. All that kind of stuff you have to work out of a player. It's really easy to do, but he doesn't know what he's doing. You think George Graham was going to sit around and tolerate Odegaard running around the pitch 10 times, dribbling like that? Arsene Wenger going to tolerate that kind of stuff? Chapman back in the way back yonder would tolerate something like this. This is basic coaching. This is why I said he doesn't have experience. But Ozzy, he would have gotten that experience had he went down to the championship, would have went over to the second division of Spain, would have went to second division Syria. You learn all of that over time as a coach. He's been thrust into a position where you've got players that basically, these are players that should be ready-made. You only have to do 1 or 2 things to them to get them sorted out. And then that's it. It's not like it should be hard work, but instead he makes it hard work. You shouldn't. Everybody who watches this manager should have known he was doomed for failure when you get Kieran Tierney, who is a traditional solid left back, 100%. He is cut from the old cloth. Already knows what to do. All he has to do, put him there, make sure his outlet is there. Make sure the strikers are in the middle, so when he whips it in, they're right there. It's right there. It's easy. He screwed that up. That's all you need to know. That he can't do anything.
How many times have we seen Tierney and Martinelli play, and it works great?
Yeah.
Tierney's overlapping.
Yeah.
The other overlaps the other.
Fact.
And how many times have we seen Tierney chip in with the odd goal sometimes? He's got a good shot on him from outside the box as well. He scored more goals than all these centre-backs want to be. Well, they're not want to be, but Arteta makes them want to be left-backs. He scored more goals than all of them combined. And we're still here, 160 million spent on trying to get a new left-back instead of Kieran Tierney, who's already there, and neither of them can play. We've spent, 40 million on Califury? He's been injured twice.
He and Tomiyasu is
injured now.
Tomiyasu has been yet to be seen. People forget he's in the team. And guess what, y'all? I was gonna say this too. Guess what present that you're gonna get for Christmas this year? You're gonna get Marquinhos. He'll be back. Marquinhos will be back.
Oh no, great.
Guys, I went that
for free, but we paid 3 million for it to keep good relations.
Go ahead,
guys. They've got some stuff at the shop where they buy all the jackets and that.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd go down there this Christmas and purchase some stuff. So this is one of the things that I purchased. It's one of these. Right. No, I'll tell you. No, this is
a lemon as well.
Hold on, guys.
A lemon.
No, hold on, guys. They thought that they'll package it up a bit. So yeah. So here we go.
There you go, my brother.
You can't make it up.
So I'm gonna wrap this up for my son. Son and the bottle of lemon.
Brilliant.
I think you can learn a lot about this. You know what I mean? This is one of Arteta's coaching tips. You know, when he does take them into the changing room. Yeah, Matty, when he takes them to the changing room, he says, "Lads, we got to sort it out, guys." Right, Bo? Hey.
Does it? Numpsky, does it? If you put it in the mouth, does it light up?
Does it light up? Yeah.
I ain't gonna get an electric shock, mate.
TJB, look at we get ready to wrap.
Some of the yesterday, they need that electric shock.
Take it down to Uncle Fester, right? Fucking Julian, and stick it in his head and see if it lights up, right?
Hey.
That guy. That's all I got to say.
JB, I know you got to get
guys. Listen, it's been Matty. Thank you for the opportunity again. I've loved it. I've loved being on the show with you guys. Bless you all. All right, lovely to meet you all. Great stuff. It's all I'm saying to you guys is it's worrying. It's really, really worrying. And if we're not careful, we're going to be dropping out of that top 4.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the concern.
Languishing. We'll be languishing mid-table, 6th, 7th. And if the longer this goes on, we'll still be having the same conversations.
Yep.
But but big up everyone. Thank you very much indeed.
DJ, before you go, brother.
Yeah.
I sent you a message about Thursday night, 5 o'clock.
Thursday, I may be busy, Jez, but I'll see what I can do. Okay.
All right, mate. No worries.
All right. If not, I'll definitely get on after Christmas. Definitely. All right. But thank you anyway. Thanks, guys. Love you all.
Take care.
Great respect,
man.
Thank you very much. Take care. I'm gone.
All right, brother. This has been much needed therapy, and because there's no way I could have did this yesterday. I'm about like Jez. I probably blew a gasket yesterday after that game trying to put this together. So that's kind of why I just stayed on with Lee, and then that was it. Once I got off, because I didn't even want to even delve with it anymore, and it was crazy because it felt like, I don't know if it was like this with y'all, but for me, the whole damn day went by. It looked up and everything. It was nighttime. I was like, damn, man, this, my whole day's been gone consumed with this crap that we've seen. So, Jez, let everybody know where they can find you at, brother, and what you got going on.
Well, mate, as always, thank you for inviting me on your channel. I love it. It's brilliant. It's a great show. Love it. Tomorrow, I'll be seeing you, I'm sure, on the podcast show on Lee's.
Yep.
Then Tuesday night is the Christmas quiz show with Kenny Ken and guests to see if anybody can beat him. He's only been beaten once. Wow. We'll see if he can take him down. And then Thursday night, 5 p.m, if any of you boys want to join me with Kenny Ken and the other lads I've got coming on. You're more than welcome to have a good debate about this weekend and, of course, the Crystal Palace game and what's coming up next weekend. So you're more than welcome, people. You're more than welcome. I love having new people on this channel. So, yeah, that's what's coming up. And, Matty, as always, thank you very much, my friend. And thank you to you, gentlemen, that I've been honoured to be on this stream with.
Awesome. Lion Tex, always good to see you, brother. Good to see your face. I talk to you all the time on the phone, but good to see your face, brother. Tell everybody where they can find you at, my man.
Yeah, no, bless up for having me again, Matty. I know it's been a minute, but yeah, man, it's good to be back on the channel, and bless up to everyone that's here, man. That everyone's legends here, man. You can find me on Lion Text TV on YouTube. Probably the next content I'll probably do is probably the Carabao Cup Wednesday night. Hopefully that's not a meltdown, boy, because I can't take any more of these meltdowns. I can't lie, bro. So hopefully we actually win that game, boy, because otherwise, yeah, the whole energy is gonna be off, boy, I'm telling you. But yeah, man, thanks for having me on the show, man. And big up to everyone that's here, man, all the time, man. That's been a pleasure.
Ozzy, good to see you, brother. Good. We've been trying to link up for a second, man. My work schedule's been all over the place, but I told you I'm a man of my word. Got you here, brother. You don't have a channel yet, do you? Do you have a channel?
No, I don't have a channel.
You need one, bro.
I'm gonna try to get something set up over maybe the holiday period. I've literally been like studying for the past 3 weeks, man. My brain is fried and Arsenal ain't helping, man. I'm doing cyber security at the moment. I might need to. I was good. Let me just be quiet.
Yeah, sabotaging.
Hey.
Allegedly.
Yeah, no, I've literally been like Monday to Friday just studying. Hopefully after this week, obviously Christmas period and whatnot, I need to look into getting starting up a channel. A lot of people have said, man, jump on, do the YouTube thing, and it's always a pleasure, man. Chopping up with you guys, man. You, Matty, Jez, spoken a few times. Obviously, Normski, I've seen you a few times, and I've seen you on Rashid's show. I need to get the ball rolling, man. I keep saying it to myself, but I need to actually set the pace on that. So hopefully something in the new year. Hopefully, man.
All right, bro.
Make sure, guys, man, you like and subscribe to Matty, man, Southern Guna, and the rest of the people in the panel, man. We give you prime content here, man. The least you could do is drop a like and subscribe.
Appreciate that, brother. Normski, always good to see you, brother. Always good to see you, man.
Listen, respect to you. Thank you again for having me on the channel. Really appreciate it. And listen, great minds think alike. Big up. Always wanted to be on the channel with Jez. So twice now, I think now. So, bro, I'm on with the legend. I'm on with the legend, brother. But just to say, I do a Wednesday weekly show, What's Going On podcast, and I've got a couple of friends from obviously different clubs, and we just kind of go over the weekend games and stuff like that. And obviously I've got a lot to say about Arsenal and the way we are playing. So every Wednesday 6:30 we go out live, and also I do a show with Rashid, where we do a reaction show after the games and that. So I go on Rashid's show after every game that's played, basically. So yeah, North Side, jump on his channel whenever he puts the link out there, just to hear my views and just let my frustrations out, you know what I mean? But I really appreciate you for having me on. Big up to Ozzy, big up to Jez, big up to Lion Tech, big up to JDB, for making this a great evening, you know what I mean?
Mate, if you want to join me on Thursday night, you're more than welcome.
Well, yeah, I can sleep easy now. You know what I mean?
It's been a good therapy
I've got a question
guys,
for you. I've got a question, Lordy. I've got a question for you. What music are you into?
Me? Because I'm a musician as well. So I
knew it. I fucking knew it,
man.
Both of y'all two need to get together then. Yeah, y'all two definitely need to get together.
Yeah, I play drums. I play drums.
Are you into the blues?
I can't. What is? I play for like a function band, so we do weddings, private parties, and all of that stuff. Been playing for God. Now my missus, she plays keyboards. She's a big Liverpool supporter. You know what I mean? So, we enjoy music. We come from a very musical family. Blues, soul, funk, acid, jazz.
You know what I call you? Do you know what I call you?
What?
BB King. That's what I call
BB
you.
King. BB King, bro. I definitely can't play like I can't sing like him. But yeah, I mean, we've been.
You are just like BB King. I can imagine you with that Gibson E335 playing it like. I can imagine
the guy that I play with. He's got a Gibson. Very good jazz guitarist and stuff. His brothers, they play with that Annie Lennox and all that stuff and all that.
I just imagine you doing it. I fucking knew you played music. I knew it.
Yeah. I dabble a little bit in it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Top man.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Look here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank y'all for tuning in. I'm still trying to get used to the redirects, but we've got the redirect set up. We're going to go head over to TJ Warren and support brother TJ. And I want to say thank you to everybody for coming through today. Once again, I appreciate you all. Thank y'all for the likes and subscribes. We're now officially over 3,000. We're 3,100 now. Much love. I appreciate everybody. JS, thank you so much, brother. Always enjoy your company. Lion Tech, Normski, Ozzy. Love all y'all, man. We're gonna get through this season one way or another. Therapy. We're gonna get through this because otherwise we drive each other crazy with this fool running the club. But we're gonna make it. We'll make it one way or the other. And hopefully Wednesday we do what's required and we move on to the next phase. No pun intended. and we'll see who we draw and hopefully the train is rolling.
Happy Christmas.
Yeah. With that, everybody, make sure you like, share, subscribe, share it. Make sure y'all go over and tell TJ Arteta out when you get in there. And we're out of here, man. We're out of here. No upskit. Hang around. Y'all hold on before y'all leave out. All right, here we go. We out. Peace.
Arteta out.
That's something, man.
Arteta
Everyone
out.
out.
Win.
Exeter out. You prick.
Josh Kronk out.
Out.
Yeah, everybody out.
Mutant fan base out.
Out.
Real fans, bro. Real fans are critical. Why?
Yes, exactly.
Because real fans, we expect the best.
Yes.
We don't want shortcuts, bro. We don't want you sleepwalking through it. We want the best. And if you are accepting mediocre on a weekly basis, you're not a real fan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro. You are not a real fan, and you got no idea what a real. Bro, listen. I don't want to be around Chris when Ohio State loses. You think Chris is sitting there after an Ohio State loss and he's making excuses?
No.
Are you? What fan does that, Chris?
Delusional fan who doesn't doesn't understand what it feels like to win. I mean,
make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the Southern Gooner here on YouTube.